Caller, you're live on the air. What's your name, comment, and a question?
Hey, what's going on? This is JP, man. Look, happy anniversary, my brother. Just wanted to make
Thanks,
sure I
man.
called in. I would have loved to have been on with you guys, but I had a flood in my house.
Oh,
So
Oh no.
I'm washing machine, man, flooded. So, but it's good. Listen, I just wanted to jump in on what you said toward the end. They really believe this, and here's where we have to push back against falsehoods and come to truth. I agree. I haven't forgot about the super predator stuff. I haven't forgot about the crime bill. I haven't forgot about welfare reform. Even though some of those things were done under her husband's watch, she was out there pushing the stuff as well. Matter of fact, if you ever want to go to YouTube super predator is Hillary Clinton, and you'll hear her tell us that our young people need to come to heal. You heard me use the right word, heal, like you tell a dog, heal. I'm sorry, I ain't forgot. Second thing being, your favorite person in the world, Glenn Ford, wrote a great article on the Black Agenda Report, where he talks about black people got to get out of this idea that all of a sudden the Democratic Party or the establishment Democrat Party going to somehow save us from the evil Republicans. And I'm here to let you know I am of the belief that we get more bad things done to us under Democratic rule when it is not just, and when it does not take into account the least, the lost, and the left out, than we could ever happen under the Republicans. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'll listen to the rest of the show. You guys do a great job.
All right, thank you. Ben's having a little bit of mouth pain right now, but yeah, just piggybacking on that stuff. I mean, we need to be real with ourselves. Like, we can say that people keep saying it. The Clintons know the black community. Bernie doesn't know how to campaign with a more diverse populace because he's been in Vermont. What does that mean? Like that's like the dumbest excuse I've ever heard, because, okay, all these people know how to campaign with us. They know what to say, but what have they done? Even look at the CBC. What have they actually done and accomplished? Even in the last 8 years under Obama. I mean, President Obama has been left hanging out to dry. I mean, there's some valid criticism, and that's the other thing. We have to be real. There's some valid criticisms about some of the proposals, some of the actions taken under this presidency. I mean, that doesn't mean that people are attacking Obama. It doesn't mean he's beyond reproach. Everybody is open to criticism and critique, and we need to be honest about that. When Bernie Sanders is talking about, okay, well, I don't agree with the president on this, it's not that he's dissing him or dismissing him or he thinks he's better than him. It's because we have work to be done. We have work to do. If you listen to the most recent State of the Union, it echoes many of the issues that Bernie Sanders has been championing and talking about for years. And if you go back to 2006, when a then young Senator Obama was campaigning for Bernie Sanders on the trail in Vermont, and listen to the words and what he said, there's no love lost between the two of them. I mean, well, not love lost, it's a back verb, but there's no animosity, there's no issue. I mean, this is more of a fabrication. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Just going as we're going forward into South Carolina and Nevada and the way forward.
I would say that there's been done a new study recently that says that in U.S.-led wars since the Second World War, 25 to 30 million civilians have died. Those are the civilians in the territories in the Mideast, in Africa, in Eastern Europe, it's in Vietnam, it's Southeast Asia, so on and so forth. That's a staggering number. That's half the amount of people who died in both Pacific and European theaters of war during World War II. So when you put your vote, if you're part of the demographic of people who has to go serve in the U.S. military to have any chance of getting out of poverty, black, white, yellow, I'm a European, we don't really talk a lot about skin color, so I'm not used to talking these references, but just think about who's sending your sons and daughters abroad, for what reasons, because freedom sure as shit hasn't had anything to do with it since World War II and perhaps even before that as well. So that is my view on what the Clintons, how they owe, how black people should You pay pensions because
well, this notion that
Secretary of State.
somehow we owe them that we
Yeah,
owe them
exactly.
this like like this fealty, that we owe them this loyalty, this support, like somehow we're all like in some symbiotic relationship. It's kind of insane because when you look at the loss of wealth by Americans in general in the 2008 crash, but you look at the loss of black wealth. The 2008 crash wiped out so much black wealth and opportunity, and that's directly, and everyone can say, oh, but Hillary wasn't president, Bill was, Hillary wasn't in office. Well, Hillary
They are called
advocated for many of her husband's policies, and she has said on the trail now, she said in debate, she said it repeatedly, that he will be one of her advisors. So if we have problems with his time in office, it's almost like having him in office again. And for some people, that they like that idea. For a lot of us, I mean, when we look at the aftermath going into the Bush years, yes, Bush did a lot to run things in the ground, but it was you know, when we look at welfare reform, we look at some of the hardships people have experienced over the years, that all started under the first Clinton. Hopefully we don't have a second one. And she widely championed. When she's saying that black women, that we owe her the vote, I mean, we're the same people you were calling welfare queens and lazy, and you paraded and further the image of the lazy black welfare mother when we're not even the majority of people on welfare. And today, you know, most people who receive any type of welfare benefits, SNAP benefits from their local governments, have to work and are able-bodied, engaged people. So the stereotypes and the stigma that the Clinton, you know, family used to pass Bill's signature policies and laws, it's been long-term and detrimental to our community, to our ability to be seen. Just even looking at, we're having a conversation about how black women owe white people or white women this, that, and the other, and at the same time you have Giuliani and other people mad at Beyonce because how dare she make a video speaking out against police brutality and just flaunting her black girl magic and awesomeness. So it's just interesting being told who we have to be, how we have to express ourselves for so many different angles, and how many people are willing to roll over and just accept it. And I really hope that we need people to volunteer and get out there. If you have family in South Carolina, get on the phone. I mean, if you're driving through and you're going in the supermarket, the people who bag your groceries, if you're going over to Family Dollar, these are people who are actively, who would benefit from the policies that Senator Sanders is promoting, and they may not necessarily have the exposure. So we really need to, we're the Progressive Army, we're part of the revolution, we're part of the movement. We got to be the movement. We got to be it 100% all the time wherever we're going. David, do you have any thoughts?